Live? Okay, we're live. Hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the double demo day of batches 865 and 867 of Levagon Lisbon. My name is Chiara. I'm the marketing and events manager here in Lisbon. And I'm really happy today, if these speakers are still working, to open this demo day today. Today we're going to see, just in a couple of numbers, we're going to see 9 projects from 2 batches of 30 people of 12 different nationalities. And we're really, really proud of the path that they've done so far. But just to give you, let's take a step back, maybe for our guests here, the external ones that are not students, and the ones who are home, if anyone is seeing us from home, ciao. What is Levagon? We are a coding school. We basically have courses in web development and data science on a full-time or part-time basis. And what we try to do is to bring technical skills to non-technical people. We've had more or less 15,000 people joining us and graduating all over the world. I think we're reaching 16K maybe today, with demo days, other demo days around the world going on the same day. And yeah, basically, whichever kind of path that brought these people here, either because you guys wanted to acquire more skills, or because you wanted, I don't know, to change your career completely, launch your startup, no matter what your goal was, we're really, really proud of the path that you've done so far and what is going to take you also in the future. Going back to today I think is not only a presentation of projects, of apps, of models, whatever that is. I think it's a day to celebrate your achievements, what you have been doing in 9 weeks only, and a celebration also of the beginning of your path, of your future in tech. And I think it's pretty amazing that you guys managed to create all these projects in the last 2 weeks of the bootcamp. So basically, 8-9 days. And I think it's great. We're going to see projects about recycling, about neighbors helping each other, about splitting payments, well, many other stories. It's a double demo day, so it's going to be a pretty fun and mixed one. But without further ado, I think I will leave the word to João Callum, our data science batch manager.
Thank you very much, Chiara. Okay, so I'm really proud to introduce you to our first group for data science. We all know that data science is kind of the future, and a lot of the things that we think are sci-fi and movies and media in general, it's stuff that's really starting to be possible with data science and the stuff that we are learning here in the bootcamp. And to show you just that, I'm going to introduce you to our first project, which is Wally Scanner Group Project.
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to Demo Day. As Joao just said, we are the Wally Scanner Data Science team. My name is Sarah, this is Sonia, and this is Julian, and we were inspired by the 2008 Pixar film, Wally. So we made a machine learning garbage detection and classification system. So our project was based off of the simple observation of how much trash did you pass on your way here? Every city and every town struggles with litter on their sidewalks, in their streets, in the rivers, on the oceans, beaches, everywhere. And then on a personal note, how much trash did you create today? Nowadays, it's really hard to go grocery shopping, get takeaway, online shopping, without generating huge amounts of trash. So to give you some statistics about that, the world generates about 2 billion tons of trash every year. And only about a third of that is managed in an environmentally healthy way. So that breaks down to an average of 0.74 kilos per person per day, but that number can actually vary very widely from 0.11 to 4.5 kilos per person per day. So we asked ourselves, how can we help? Our solution was to create a machine learning model that is able to be fed images or video feed, and then be able to detect images in it, and then classify it into the 7 standard recycling categories of paper, plastic, glass, metal, organic, other, such as e-waste, and non-recycling. So some of the use cases for the project like this could be in a garbage or recycling facility, on a conveyor belt sorting line, or maybe one day having Wally-style trash detecting robots. So Sonia is now going to tell you how we went about doing this.
So how do we address our project structure? Well, first of all, we actually need to perform a model with the object detection in a given picture or image, and drawing a bounding box in that object. With TensorFlow, which is a computer vision library, we were able to achieve this first step of our project. And then, after we have actually the object detection in the picture or image, we need to classify them. In our case, it was to classify the different types of trash. So a model with a trash data set, annotated and labeled, were trained. And in terms of user interface, actually we went beyond of the data science bootcamp. We create a React JavaScript app, and with a webcam, we stream video images for object detection, and the video images were sent into a Java, into a TensorFlow .js model. And after that, we actually have the pictures with the object detection and the corresponding labels. So with all these steps done, we actually have a model that were deployed into the Google Cloud platform. And now telling you more details about the object detection. As mentioned before, it was done using TensorFlow, which is an open source computer vision model. And how it works, it has a pre-trained model with a bunch of classes, labels, name persons, cars, traffic lights, and so on. And on top of it, we build a new model to perform and to address the problem that we want to resolve. In our case the trash classification. And that is known as a transfer learning model, a transfer learning process. Our classification model will now be explained in detail by Julian.
All right, so before we go into the model, very important things is looking at the data. Deep learning models are very, very hungry in data. So we looked at a whole range of different data sets, but there were two that came out. One's called the TACO data set that has about 1,500 images across 60 different categories. But then we quickly realized that it was not enough training our model on that small of a data set. With a deep learning model, you need at least 10K images. So we looked at another data set called the Chicago drinking waste classification, which has less categories, but nearly 10,000 different images. So we actually combine those two data sets into a master data set in order to feed our very hungry deep learning model. Sorry. No worries. So at first we built a dumb model. They said build a dumb model, so that's what we did. It believed that my face is plastic with a 63% confidence, so it's obviously a very stupid model. We quickly moved on from there, obviously, and then we worked with actually a state-of-the-art model called the YOLO, the you only look once type of model. That's technically supposed to be the best model for what we were trying to achieve. It's extremely fast, and it's very accurate. Speed, meaning performance, and accuracy were two very important balance to find for our model, since we're feeding a video stream, so that means 30 frames per second. That means our model needs to be able to do 30 prediction in a given second. So that needs to be a very fast model. There are many state-of-the-art models that are very fast, but that are very accurate, but are not nearly as fast as this one. The problem we had is we couldn't push into an Android app, and we couldn't push into a React app. So yeah, eventually we gave up on that one. Then finally, we find an efficient net, which is also a very state-of-the-art type of model. This one had a very high precision, but was extremely slow, so the demo would have been not very interesting to watch. And finally, that was the perfect sort of combination of performance and precision. We had the MobileNet V2, which has a 51% precision. What does that mean? That means that basically out of every prediction we did on our training set, 51% of the time it got it right. That doesn't seem like a lot, but for a model that is extremely fast, meaning they can trigger in only 20 milliseconds, that's actually a pretty good result. before we actually show you the demo and how the model performs, we also looked at how we could have made that better. We only had about 2 weeks, but we think that probably the biggest leveraging point in order to make our model a lot better would be to feed it a lot more images. We're not talking 10,000, but probably 30, 40, 50,000. The model we use have been trained on more than 2.5 million images before we train on our own model with our own data set. So definitely we would need more data. But we've noticed that there are many different types of trash, many different categories, and you can find them on many different kinds of backgrounds, whether it's the sand, a forest, water. So having more images with more different backgrounds will probably be the highest leveraging point to make the model better. We could also play with the hyperparameters of the model, but that's really not what would move the needle that much. And finally, we would have loved to actually build a mobile Android app, but that was also quite a challenge for us, and that was kind of off what we've learned during the data science bootcamp. All right, so let's show you how that works. So here we have a frame. So we'll start for them with this one, which with a 99% confidence actually recognize that it's paper. Then we're gonna have another one, try this one. With a nearly 100% confidence, this is actually plastic. So bottles look very much the same. So this one is an easier one. Then we try with organic trash, for example. This one we don't see, but the organic was one of the hardest ones because there are many different kind of organic waste, but we're close to like a 90% one. Let's try with glass. That's also nearly a 90% confidence interval with glass. And I think there was maybe a last one, yeah, with metal. So metal was a fairly challenging one as well, but this one works really well. So that's a typical sardine can from Portugal, so I guess it's in quite a few of those. And finally, yeah, we want to do a little test. We didn't want to leave Wally alone, so we actually try to train it with my dog. Come here. To see if he would actually be able to recognize Kobe. Here we go. It worked. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello, guys. Thank you so much, Wally Scanner. Very good job. Really amazing. So I'm Miguel, the web development batch manager for 865. Woohoo! Let's go. And I'm first presenting the first project of web development. It's MePlay. It was done by Raimundo, Ricardo, Guy, and José. So a round of applause to them. Woo!
Hi guys, so nice to see you all here. Quick question for you guys. So who here likes to play board games? Wow, that's a lot of people. And who here finds it difficult to actually meet people who play board games? Yeah, exactly. So even though the board game community has grown a lot over the past years, it's actually quite hard to find people to actually play. So we are here to introduce you to MePlay, which is a really great app where you can schedule your own board game meetings or join people who created their own. And now we're going to show you how easy it is to do that. So let's start. So it's very, very simple. You obviously need to have a profile. And right here, you can already see that you have a lot of meetings that other people created. You can join them if you want. But let's create our own to show you how simple. I feel like playing Ticket to Ride. Great game. Raimundo, what do you think it's a nice name for our meeting? Train for Fun. Yeah, fun name for a fun game. If you have never played Ticket to Ride, do. It's a must. It has trains, so it's awesome. So Ticket to Ride. Yeah. train for fun. Yeah, so it's really a good game. And yeah, so if you're a board gamer, you know that there are a lot of public spaces like coffee shops where you can meet with people to play games. So you can schedule these meetings over those public places, or if you do feel comfortable, you can do it in your own home. And yeah, no cell phones, please. And yeah, so let's create it for tomorrow. It's Saturday, I'm free. And here you can see a summary of the information, of the meeting you just created. Right now, nobody has joined, so we'll see later if someone wants to play with me, Ticket to Ride. So if you're like me and you're very, very forgetful, the app comes with a calendar where you can see all the meetings that you have either created or joined. So it's very easy for you to know when you're going to have fun playing board games. So let's go back to the one we just created to see if someone has joined. And oh, here you go. So Guy wants to play Ticket to Ride. So let's say hello to Guy. When you create a session, you will have a chat room where you can talk to the people that have joined the meeting. So in case you want to discuss rules or something. And so Guy wants to do it on Sunday instead of Saturday. Let's do it. I'm also free on Sunday, so it's very easy. You just added the information you already have. And that's that. So this way with the chat, you can very quickly change the plans, cancel the meeting if it needs to be canceled, and yeah. So another feature of this app is that you have a lot of information about board games. So if you're curious about trying something new or finding more information, you can actually come here. Let's maybe look for Catan, which is a board game that everybody knows, I think. And here you can see, how many players you need to play the game, how much time it takes you, some description. And if you want to know even more about the game, you will have a link for the BGG website, which has all the information about all the games in the world. And yeah, so let's see if there's a Kata meeting in Lisbon happening this weekend. So I can now do something. And oh, we have one for tomorrow at 9. And that's it. So I will join this meeting. And now I'm all booked for the weekend playing games. So yeah, that's it, guys. So when we play, you can all your problems will be solved. You will now have friends to play with all the time. So go to me play and play away. Thank you.
Thank you, me play. Thank you. Let me move this. I know you. Revert plans because the next one needs it as well. So yeah, we need 2 shares for the next project, which is called PayJam, which is a very nice, cool name. And it was made by Carson, by Larissa, Andras, and Sydney. Let's go. Round of applause. Woohoo!
How's everybody doing? Yeah? Again, okay, so I'm Carson. This is Andras. This is Sij. And this is Larissa. But okay, guys, my name is Hans, and I own a restaurant in a place called Bairro Alto, and it's called El Taco. Anybody been to El Taco before? Yeah, everybody, we know El Taco. The data science crew brought me there first, and it's kind of tough. But anyway, we have really big tables. A lot of times we have big groups. We've got great drinks and even better food. Okay, yeah, you guys all know about this. Yeah, it's El Taco. Anyway, a lot of people like to split the bill. We all know how it feels to split the bill. And it's tough on consumers sometimes because it takes a lot of time. And it's really tough on me because I've got to run around with this little payment terminal and calculate it on my phone. And now to get around that, to make my life easier and to make it everybody else's life easier, we use PayJam. Let's go. So, okay, what's PayJam, right? So PayJam has a QR code on every table. And what I do is I walk around. You'll see me here on the left-hand side. And I can go in and order as they order. And and put it in the app. And then at the end, they can scan, they can split, and they can pay. Tonight, we had these two wonderful ladies come in, and we sat them down at a table. Let's check out their tab and see what they've had. I think we sat them at table 3. And look at that, they've had guacamole con tu tapas. Very nice. They've eaten something, and now they want a little bit more from us. So they said they want a caipirinha. We'll go back in and see if we can get them a caipirinha. And I had a little bit of a sign-in thing to make sure that I was there. And they want a caipirinha, and I told them, you know, we have nice caipirinhas, but we also have caipirinha con maracujá. And they said, okay, yeah, give me one of those. So we got them a caipirinha con maracujá, and after that, we said, do you want some of our world-famous churros? And they said, of course, we want some world-famous churros. So we put it on the tab. And we went back to their tab, and we were looking at it. I said, is this all you want? And Larissa looked back, and she said, actually, can you get me one of those caipirinha con maracujá? And I said, let me just get you another one of those. How's that sound? And she said, that's fine. And here's the beauty, right? Here's the beauty of PayJam, right? Because now I have put all of their stuff in the system, and my job is done.
Oh my God, Sage, look at the time. Should they ask the bill?
I actually think we can pay here with this QR code.
Nice, how it works. Can we split it?
Yeah, I think we can. Let's see.
So now we're in the app, we've scanned, and we're taken right to our tab. And we have the option to split or to pay all. And again, this is really easy for the consumer because it takes us straight to a Stripe page, which is really, really nice. Look how pretty this is. And you can see exactly what you bought. It takes you to a page. You can enter in the details. You can even use Google Pay and Apple Pay, which is really nice. And it's easy. Again, the value prop here is I don't have to be going around the restaurant doing all of this. And the consumer can make it really easy to just pay in the app. So sometimes if you're at a restaurant and you're thinking about it, you should just jam it. Call us, invest if you want to get really rich.
I put in the wrong number.
Hello again, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you to another group. It's actually been, hello, guys. Still, there are more projects to go. So I'm going to introduce you to one of the best front ends I've seen in a data science project so far. You'd almost be fooled it's a web dev project, but actually don't be fooled. It's a lot of stuff actually happening in the background as well. So the group is called Talk to Me, and good luck.
Hi, everybody. So I'm really glad to introduce you to our project named Talk to Me, which is a data science project. So let's meet our team. So we've been working together for the past 2 weeks with Pedro from Brazil and Imi from the Netherlands. So we've spent the past 10 days working on creating a chatbot to reduce the feeling of loneliness after COVID-19 pandemic. Indeed, recent studies have shown that people have been feeling more lonely, depressed, and lacking of social interactions due to the global pandemic, and especially around half of US older adults report having less frequent social contact. So therefore, we came up with the idea, and we were wondering, what if we could create a really nice chatbot to talk to your favorite character from a movie or TV series? How would that be? And spoiler alert, we did. So what happened? So we've been employing AI and everything we've learned so far at Levagon to make your favorite character come to life so that you can talk to him, chat to him, become friends, and create this social interaction you were lacking of. So how does it work? So we have the chatbot Talk to Me. And first, what I want to do is select my favorite character. So we selected 2 datasets, one from The Office and one from The Simpsons, because those are really fun and I don't want to be depressed talking to my chatbot. So first you can select your favorite character and talk to him. Another feature that Pedro added is to pick your iconic avatar so that you are personalized and you are also iconic. And third, you can just start chatting with Talk to Me, and especially with Pam, who looks really nice.
Okay, so now that we know what our model is supposed to do, let me tell you a little bit about how did we do it. To start this off, let me tell you what we need is a natural language processing model. That means that it uses natural language in order to predict what would be a correct outcome. This is quite a difficult issue. One of the issues that come with it is, for instance, that the order matters. If I say, you are good, it has a different meaning than when I say, are you good? Another issue with it is that there are multiple answers. So if I ask you, how are you? And you answer me, I'm fine, perfectly fine. But if you answer me with, I'm good, thank you, how are you? I'm also happy. So because of that, we decided to leave it to the experts. You have already seen before also a transfer model, and what that basically means is it's a model that is designed and that works for NLP. The model that we decided to go for first was GPT-2. This is a model that is designed in order to create text, NLP. It works really well. It is from Microsoft OpenAI. The issue that we have is we want to have a dialogue, and a dialogue that means that when we talk, we want someone to talk back to us. It's shorter answers usually, and I also want to have them remember the history. So for instance, if I say, where is your sister? You answer me and I ask you, how is she? I want it to be known, who am I talking about? For that, we have Dialog GPT. Dialog GPT is a little bit of a modified version of GPT-2, and this takes it into account by remembering the history. It is trained on 147 million Reddit conversations. And there are 3 versions, 3 sizes. You have small, medium, and large. We decided to go with the small version simply because we do not have the capacity to train on a medium, let alone the large model. If you can do it, it would give better results, but we are pretty satisfied already, to be honest. At that point, we had a model and it would talk back to us. It would talk back to us in either the Office style or in the Simpsons style. We wanted more. We wanted to have someone talk back to us in exactly the character that we pick. We can train 1 model per character, but that's not really ideal. You will have a lot of models. Each model that we use is 0.5 gigabyte big, so that would just not work. So what we decided to do is use tokenization. Tokenization tells the computer where does my sentence start and where does it end. And we added another one to say, okay, after this is what is a text, but before that, I tell you who is speaking. And because of that, it can give the best answer depending on which character was speaking. And then we had a model that worked. So let me tell you a little bit about the way that we made that model go into production. We started with the data sets. Both of the data sets are from Kaggle. That means that they are already pretty clean, but we did need to do some pre-processing beforehand to make it look exactly the way that we wanted. We then added the tokenizations and we trained the model. That model, like I said, 0.5 gigabyte. To make it go into production, we needed something quite strong. So what we used was a Docker container and Google Cloud Run. And using an API, in this case, Fast API, we created the API so that our front-end side can call the model to get the prediction that we want. For the front end, we use Streamlit. Gave some issues sometimes, but you will see that. That was how we solved, and we launched it with Heroku app. So let's see if our chatbot talks.
Test. Hello, everyone. I'm Pedro. I'm going to be presenting the layout of the website. Unfortunately, before I dive in on the website, Python and Streamlit has a problem. If you want to make a pretty website and like good features, we have to go deep down and go to HTML and CSS. So the past days, we were learning a few of that, yes. So in the past days, we were learning a few of this. And so we can make it pretty. As you can see, we have some logo on the top right with a quick introduction, and we can pick anyone that we want. Right now, I'm feeling to talk to Lisa, so we can just go ahead and talk to Lisa. And I'm just gonna ask, hey, how are you doing? as you can see on the top right, on the, you have your own avatar, and the left, the bot. You also can change your avatar by clicking the image. It's a random. It's like more than 1 million possibilities, so you always get like something different than anyone else. And just gonna keep chatting with Lisa. So, how was the school today? And as you can see, Lisa, as you can see, it has some issues. As Amy told, it's like a small data set, but it understands, Lisa Simpsons understands a kid, so it understands the environment of Simpsons. Anyone wants to ask the last question before we move in? Last question? What's her favorite instrument? Okay, let's see it. There we go. 1 second. Not finished, not finished. I'm gonna pass to Amy again to close it up.
Okay, now that we have seen that it actually works, let me tell you a couple of things that we encountered when we developed the model. So like we already said, there are 3 different sizes. We trained it on the small size, and it works, it functions, but sometimes we wished that it would give a bit more appropriate answers, and for that we really would love to have trained on a medium. Another thing that we found out is that after a while the history gets quite big and it gets a bit confused, so we solved this by deleting the history after a couple of conversations. And the other thing I already talked about, which is we did not want to have 1 model per character, but 1 model per series. So we solved that with tokenization. If you like the project, there's a lot more to improve. So one of the things that can be done if you have the capacity is to train it on a medium size. You can add data sets and characters, so you can talk to whoever you want to talk to. And if you really want to do another project, initially we have the code in order to make it respond by audio activation, voice activation. But it is a whole new project if you want to actually train the voices to actually sound like the people from The Simpsons or from The Office or whatever data set you choose. So that's up to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. And as you correctly said, front-end is very important to support the back-end. And one project that integrates this very well is Sneakbot, which is composed by Carlos, Rodrigo, and Sayonara. So welcome them. Round of applause. Let's go.
Hi, everyone. Good. My name is Rodrigo, and my friends Sayonara and Carlos. Okay, and I'm here to introduce to you the Neighborhood app. Guys, I have a big problem next week. Next Friday, I have a job trip, and I need someone to feed my cat Miguelito. Yes. Yeah. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. The name of my cat is Miguelito. It's a little bit different. I know. But he's look like a Brazilian cat, but no. He's a gringo cat from Texas. Yes. Okay. Basically, I found the solution in the Neighborhood app. Okay. Basically, the Neighborhood app is an app to exchange some services with your neighborhood, with your friends, with your community, without spending real money. Okay. And basically, you need is use the credits of the app. Okay. Let's try to find some solution, find some services to resolve my problem. Okay. I choose the categories. I think the other categories are good. Okay. Let's try. Oh, nice. I have a map with locations. I can filter by categories if I want. I can filter by price. But let me see my all options. Okay. Oh, it's too much. Okay. I have an idea. Maybe let me search for some more specific, like animal. Oh, nice. I found one. It's animal care. I think it's good. The price is cheap. It's good. I will book this service. Yes. Okay, I have information from this book. This book, the provider is Maria Lina da Costa. Book deserves, please. Okay. I will choose my date, pick the date. It's the same date of my trip, of course. The next Friday, yes, 17. Day hours, duration in hours. I think it's a short trip, and I think 2 hours is good. Submit the book. Okay, now I have my dashboard with all informations. Okay, as I can see, I have my bookings. My last one, animal care, is pending request, waiting in confirmation of the Maria, of course. And was Maria booked, confirm the booked, I receive the answers, and I go to actions and set concluded the services, and automatically my wallet is debited, and the wallet of Maria is increased of the value. Okay, I have my balance there. If I want gain more credits in my app, I need add services to provide them. For example, I have 3 services registered. Okay. Here I have my service requests, okay, requested by other peoples. For example, I have Excel classes to Maria Lina da Costa, and it's a good date, 2 hours, okay. I want to accept. Yes, it was booked. Okay. Guys, if you have some doubt about your transactions, you can see in the history, okay, all of details about your transactions. That is it, guys. This is my dashboards. Now we will go to homepage again. And if you have some doubt how it works, you can see in the dash in my homepage how it works. Is just follow step by steps to use the app. Okay. Now I think my problems was resolved. Enjoy the app, guys. I think it is a nice app. I think it's a nice app to share with your community. And so that is it. Thank you so much, and God bless all.
Thank you, Sneakbot. And now we have something more extreme, some new app that is hanging around there, which is called Get Crank. And it was done by Leonard, by Tito, by Luis, and by, I forgot, I have to check, Delio. Okay, sorry. A round of applause.
All right, I think the technical stuff is checked, right, Tito? So 2 weeks ago, we met a guy called Sai. So just not that I'm bullshitting. Who knows Sai? A lot of people know Sai. You probably heard that he's skydiving. He likes to actually say this a lot of times. So I was asking him, can I go with you, like on a trip? And he was like, no, I'm busy. I'm working at Levagon. I don't have time to spend with you. I was quite disappointed, as I'm today, because he's not showing up. I was expecting him, to be honest. So he said, go on Google, find out yourself. I'm able to do that. So I checked Google and I found this website called getcrank.io. And getcrank.io actually offers a lot of sports for extreme athletes who want to find a local, so not paying some stupid school or whatever. And they offer a lot of sports, as you can see. And I'm in skiing, I'm in surfing, but I want to do skydiving and it's not possible yet. So I'm going to check what they actually have for skydiving trips. As you can see, there's skydiving in Dubai. I'm in Lisbon. It's a bit far away, a bit expensive to go for a trip. But Évora in the interior of Portugal is actually quite close. So I'm going to check what is going on in Évora. And as you can see, the price of 200 euros, I'm not sure if it's good or not, but I'm sure nobody rips me off, so it's all right. The duration, 3 hours. It's all right. You have to go up, you have to go down. Takes like 5 minutes to jump, but yeah, you need to go up first. And since I don't know this guy, I want to chat with him, just to get the confirmation that he's really not ripping me off. And so I'm gonna ask, like, what's up? How is this trip gonna look like? And I hope he replies. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take. Maybe he's online. He is. Oh no, she is. Roberta. Okay, I'm gonna jump with Roberta. It's all right. It's gonna be exciting, but it will be a surprise. Not a lot of details, but it's an extreme sport. So let's just go for it. And and since I have some more time, since I actually want to book it, I'm just gonna put a request. So I go back, see this adventure again, and we're gonna be there soon. Yeah, we have to check this offer again. We're not going to skydive in Dubai, but in Evora. It's working, don't worry. We're just gonna check it on the map because I've never been on Evora, like where it is. You see it's Evora, okay, I'm not gonna get ripped off again. So I'm gonna book this adventure. And I have a lot of time. I want to jump a lot. So I'm just gonna take like 10th to 17th, a week of jumping and probably getting a heart attack after all this time. And because I have more time and I'm still on holidays, I'm gonna go and see my bookings for whatever I have because I forget things quite easily. And I actually have, I have 2 times the Evora, so I'm gonna cancel one of these. I don't want to be there like straight 2 weeks. And I have more time. I want to experience more in my holidays, so I'm gonna search for surf. I like to surf. Let's hope Get Crank offers also surfing adventures, and it does. So surfing in Nazaré, I would actually, to be honest, shit my pants, so I'm not gonna go there. Surfing in Ireland, it's pretty cold and far away, but surfing in France is actually on the way back to Germany, so I'm gonna go to surf in France. But I don't know the time yet, so I'm not gonna book this offer. And now I'm gonna check the guides because I'm curious. Like, you cannot see the guide there. It's kind of a bit strange. You're not sure if it's a safe place to book. And I see Sai, and I'm like, what the fuck, Sai? Sai told me that he doesn't know where to book something like this. So I just check his profile if it's really Sai. And Sai is in Lisbon, so it's probably Sai, the Sai we know. And I hit Sai up on WhatsApp, just give me a sec. Okay, like, Sai, what's going on? You're on this website, you're not telling me. She's like, oh yeah, I forgot, but yeah, I don't have time, maybe next week. And he's putting an adventure on this platform because he knew Get Crank. He has like registered, signed in, all this stuff. So he's gonna create an adventure so people can join him on his trip. And you just missed the button, but it's okay. So we're gonna create an adventure. We all know Sai likes skydiving, so he's gonna offer skydiving, what else? And yeah, it's not surfing, so he has to change some things that it's not looking weird. The price of 200 euros, we already know it's not a rip-off. And the location is Évora, because I don't know where else you can jump in Portugal, to be honest. And he creates this offer. And Sai is like really nervous about who might join him, so he's gonna check his bookings. And as I told you, I just texted with Sai, he just created the booking and nothing shows up. He's kind of a bit disappointed, and I'm like, hey man, this was like 2 minutes. Who's booking your offer in 2 minutes, right? And except from this, we're just gonna have a look back on where we started on the homepage, and there's a nice slogan. I actually talked with Sai about this slogan. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go further, go together. That's getcrank.io.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you to our last data science group. Their mission is to prove to you all that machines are superior to anyone in this room. And they're going to show you exactly how that will be done. So the project is called Where's Wally? And good luck.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Lucas. These are my friends Laurens and Mark. And for our final project, we ask ourselves, where is Wally? I don't know if you guys know Wally, but it's this cute little guy right there. In the US, correct me, Sarah, he's Waldo. In Germany, he's Walter. In France, he is Charlie. Charlie, yeah. So I think he's known all around the world, but it's actually very hard to find. And so our idea was to build an actual algorithm with a deep learning model to find him in the pictures. Maybe we can see one of the pictures. Yes, so that's a classic Wally image. I don't know, maybe one of you guys can spot him. He's somewhere on this picture. I don't know, I won't tell you where, but maybe you can find them. Yeah, anyway, in the meantime, yeah, we decided to build a model to find him. Okay, time's up, nobody found him. That's, yeah, where is it? Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, you see him. He's right there, very tiny, very hard to find, so no big deal if you haven't seen him. But yeah, let's see if we can do better with creating a model that actually can find him. So yeah, what we did, our approach was a deep learning model to actually find Wally. And you can see out there already, it's a little bit of a spoiler, but yeah, we did it, guys. So yeah, same approach as we saw before with the Wally. Or could you get back one slide? We are creating these bounding boxes. You saw it already with the trash, with the plastic and paper. So we're actually creating boxes, and the model gives us a confidence level of how likely it is that inside these boxes is actually Wally or not Wally. So yeah, we started off with a data set, and this is the really cool part. Yeah, we started off with 36 images we found on the internet, like it's very random Wally images, not only these bigger, broader pictures with him at the beach, but also very, like just the head of Wally as I had in the first slide. It's just very random pictures. And then we only had 36 images, and I don't know if you remember, but for example, the Wally group, they had like 10,000 images to train the model on. And we ended up, I actually called my father and remembered, okay, as when I was a young kid, we had at home this Wally book I used to play with a lot, and I asked him to just send me photos of it, just like photograph every single page, send them to me, and I'm trying to build a model on that. So we ended up with around 50 images, which still is not a lot compared to the 10,000 images we had before, or we've seen before. So yeah, with this raw data, we could start and actually feeding it into the model, but before we feed it into the model, we have to, at least on the training data, so our model performs well on unknown images. We had to find Wally on each and every image. So this is what we did for the first few days, just searching all the images and trying, like making a little box around him, which then gives us a CSV file with the coordinates of Wally inside the picture. So you see the size of the picture and then the size of the bounding box or the actual coordinates of the bounding box. Yeah. So that's how we prepare our data set. Now let's have a look under the hood and how we actually set up the model. I will do it briefly because the other guys already talked about it and it's not that different. So yeah, we also use the TensorFlow Objection Detection API, which provides us with a zoo of models where we can choose a model which might be related to the task we want to do. And from there, on this already pre-built model, we're trying to refine it, improve it for our specific use case. So just for the data science enthusiasts and the nerds among us, we used EfficientNet. This group already talked about it. It's slow, but for us, it's okay if it's slow because we don't use live camera footage. So it's very accurate. So that's the model we end up using. Yeah. And that's the way we set up the whole homepage, the whole web page. So we will see it in a bit. We host the page on Heroku, got the whole front end set up with Streamlit. Then you can upload an image there or even a URL or just a webcam image. With an API, it gets over to our trained model where the model actually tries to detect Wally, which is run on Google Cloud, and then the model will send the image with the corresponding bounding boxes back to our web page. Yeah, so let's see how it went. A little bit of our struggles with it, strengths and weaknesses. So you can see here, as I already mentioned, we had very random images of Wally, not only just the image like the classic Wally images, but also like you see them over here. And yeah, the results went from really good to really bad. So you can see here the imposter, he's 41% certain that it's Wally, but yeah, that's okay because he's not. Also Wally's wife, 33%, it's all right, I can live with that. But then the actual Waldo is 99% certain that this is him, which for me is like, coming from just 50, not even 50 images, is a great result. What I should mention here is that we only display 3 bounding boxes. So there would be a lot of more probably on the dark as well, but we only display 3. Yes, and then we tried also on these bigger images, and we noticed that over there the model actually struggles when Wally is kind of large compared to the background. Yeah, let's move on. All right, and then this is one of the pictures we tested our model on, and we can see it's actually great results. I don't know if you can see it, but he's there, and our model found him. So yeah, in all this image with a lot of things going on, he was able to actually find Wally. Yeah. So now over to Lawrence for a small demonstration.
Yes. So as Lucas already said, we created a website to make it accessible to everybody, and I will click on it here. Second. So, quite 1 second. So we got our website here. You can upload the photo of Wally in 3 different ways. For example, to upload a file, to take a photo, or to just copy paste the URL to the Wally photo. In this case, we will just copy paste the URL for the first try. So this is the image. It's just an image from internet when you Google finding Wally. And if I enter, it's uploading the picture. You can have a look at it. Maybe you will find him. It's a little small. Okay, so it takes a couple seconds to upload the picture.
The thing is, the front end has never seen this picture before. So it's the same for all of us. We've never seen this before. The model don't know what's coming in, and what's taking some time right now is just the uploading of the image to the actual site. So it's not even looking for him right now, but you have the advantage of already looking at it, and you can try to beat the model.
Yep. So we are trying to give you a little head start while still uploading. Yeah, it's on the postcard. Close. Okay, maybe we can try to take another one from a file which doesn't have to be downloaded from the internet first. So we can refresh. Maybe, yeah. So we can just take a photo from here. Go into demo day. Where's Wally? And we can just take this picture. So it's uploading Wally. And maybe you can find him in here. We'll give you a few seconds. And now when I start the model, searching for Wally, and it found him right here. It gave a couple more bounding boxes, for example here. But as Lucas already said, we are always displaying 3 bounding boxes. So this one right there where it's not Waldo, it's just with a 2% certainty that it's Waldo, and where it's actually Waldo, I think it says 60%, 69%. So yeah, we found Waldo in this picture. Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for finding Wally for us and for not having this trouble in our hands. Next project, it will be Quilt. It was made by Anna, by Ricardo, and by Marta. So round of applause to them. Woo! Ay, ay, ay!
Hey, Wagoners, like the English speakers say. Hi, my name is Anna, and I had a problem. It's kind of funny to say it out loud, but I kept forgetting about all those precious moments I had with my kids, or it wasn't the same as my husband. Yes, it's true, your moms do it too. So I dreamt about creating an app that would allow me to write my memories, save it into scrapbooks, and then share it with family and friends, and later allowing me to revisit them as I grow older. Um, so I'm a super fan of Quilt. So let's do a login in my account. Writing memories is what allows us to go to the future. And also, what is important in life is to share it with family and friends. I guess you all agree with me that life is to be shared. Do you want some help with the spelling? Sorry. It's kind of hard, these Portuguese names. Yeah, this is the first three families I created. Maybe many of you recognize one of them. Yes, it's Wagon's batch 865. Let's try and add a new member. Wait, many of you are already in the platform. Good for you guys. And there's also someone that you may recognize. Yes, it's Boris. Boris, we love you. We love you so much. Thank you for your support, honey. Maybe not. Maybe it's not better for us to add a member right now. So let's go and see all the good scrapbooks we have. Yeah, this is our scrapbooks. But so the time is short, and we all go and narrate it to one. The code one. After all, we went to Levagon to learn about coding and change our lives. Yeah, this is the memories, but there is one of them I would wish that go away. The tickets part. Delete that stuff, honey, right now. Let's go and delete it, honey. And let's create a new memory since we are together to this scrapbook. We can create a new memory or add an existing one, but I guess creating it is better for us. So I guess the title should be Demo Day, of course. And I was thinking that you could help me to write a description to define this day. What do you think about it, Lil Wagners? Too much coffee. No, I think this is the start of a new life for everybody. Yeah, let's do it. Taking the world by storm with Lil Wagon's knowledge. Yeah. Yeah, and there is this, our new memory. Our save it for posterity. Now our presentation is over, but we have a small treat for you. We have merchandising. Yeah. Yeah, let's go and throw it away. Yeah. No, it's not condoms, honey. This is stickers that we printed. Yeah? Okay, and pass it on. Pass the word. Pass it the... Yeah, our message is put it in your laptop, add the memory to Quilt, and share it with your family and friends. Thank you. Happy birthday, Sandro. I love you so much. I know that you're watching. Whee!
thank you so much for making this night memorable. And of course, we'll use Quill to do that. And for the last project, we have Magello, we have Dimitri and Nathalie to present it. A round of applause, please. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming. Last project and the beers are waiting, so bear with me just for a second. My name's Dimitri, and for the last 2 weeks, Natalie and I have been working on Magello, which is a digital learning solution for students who are taking their end-of-year exams. Right now, about 100,000 Portuguese 17 and 18-year-olds are freaking out because in the next month, they have to sit the most important exams of their life. Natalie, I know it was a long time ago for you, but maybe you remember what it used to be like studying for those exams.
It was definitely a very long time ago. Anyway, I had a lot of books that I needed to actually borrow from the library, that I needed to carry around. I needed to borrow results book with exercises or buy them, which were very expensive, especially in Switzerland. And I never knew how my learning was going. Was I good? Was I not good? Where was I? So basically, it was a very stressful time back then.
Yeah, and I'm pretty stressed out myself because in typical fashion, I've left everything to the last minute and I'm desperate to try anything in the bid to get my exam results up. So why don't we create a profile and give it a go? So the point of the application is that you can generate random tests that feed from a bank of questions. You'll be able to select answers to those questions. They'll be automatically marked by the algorithm, and then you'll be able to see all of that in one easy to digest user dashboard where you can track your progress leading up to the exams. Okay. Sorry about this, guys. It's okay. We love you. What's a demo day without some technical difficulties, right? It's just my luck. It's on our app. There we go. Okay, so we're going to create a profile, and it's going to take us to a user onboarding page. Now, it's important that the learning journey is personalized, right? So this is going to be specific to my subjects. I'm a Greek who went to an Italian school, apparently. It's Liceo 1. I'm in my last year. I'm an econ major with a bit of a creative flair. So I have, I take a drawing class. I also like learning new languages. So I took Portuguese and a bit of maths because I want to make sure I'm somewhat employable when I leave high school. And I'm going to put a little profile pic so I can share with my friends. You just go up one. Yeah. Yeah. That's the corporate douchebag pic. If you can imagine this maybe 10 years earlier and 15 kilos lighter. And so here I've got all of my subjects. I can see when I'm taking my exam and how many tests I've taken. I'm really stressed out about my econ paper, so why don't we have a go at taking the test? Now this is pulling, again, real past paper questions from the Ministry of Education's website. It's not dummy content. This is actual stuff that students have chosen. There's multiple choice questions, and let's have a look at how I did. 75%, congratulations, not too bad, not too bad. Now, the cool thing about the app is it's really important to know when you get something wrong, what the right answer is, right? We don't want to just know what we got correct. So, you know, at answer 3, we had selected option B, but option A is the correct answer. We'll make note of that for the future. And we can go back to the dashboard and we can see that test is saved, and we've got a nice little chart where we can see that result. Why don't we have a go at another paper as well, Natalie? Let's take a maths test. I'm a bit of a whiz kid. I'm doing all of these calculations in my head super, super quickly. All in Portuguese. The translation and the equations are happening at the same time. Not that good, apparently. Room for improvement. I only got 50% on this one. There we go. We can go back to the dashboard, and again, that result is saved, and you can see we can start building a chronology of our tests and our progress. Now, obviously, because I just created this account, I'm a new user. I don't have much data, but if we take a look at Natalie's profile, she's been super diligent, and she's been taking the test every day for the last 3 weeks. And she's been improving steadily because repetition is the key to success, right? So, Natalie, it seems like you are ready to take your final exams. Yeah? Good. Okay. So, in conclusion, you know, we were motivated by kind of the stress that we had taking our end of school exams and the Wagon daily flashcards. Thank God we are done with those now. We hope you guys found this entertaining, and maybe one day your kids will be using our app as well. So thank you.
So, how's everyone? Everyone good? Yeah. Ve- I'm a bit deaf, so I didn't have that. Very pleased with all of the apps and models that you've been building in the last couple of weeks. It's very impressive what you have been accomplishing since the start of the bootcamp. And if you think back, it's only 9 weeks and you already done this far. So this is day 0 of the rest of your life. So So before we all go and party and drink beers and eat sardines and eat some churros, right? Let me just have a moment to appreciate all of the good teachers that we also have. So starting with these 2 gentlemen here, Miguel Figueiredo, our batch manager / TA. João Callan, our batch manager / TA. And now I'm gonna say a couple of names for the ones that are watching at home. Woo! For the ones that for the ones that are here, please join us on stage. So André Pires, Eduardo Garcia from the data science, Diogo Tel, not here. I think he's on his way to. João Viana, data science as well. Margarida Toureiro. Margarida Campos, Nick Major, Mathieu Rousseau, and now Patrick Pinto, Michiel de Koning, Master Ricas, Ricardo Otero, Shiwei Han, watching at home, Rita Laia, Sai, the professor slash guide in the get. Tiago Pinto, we're only halfway there, so a lot of teachers. Afonso Miguel, Desiree Petrelli, data science. Francisco Mendonça, our TA slash city manager. Nicolas Sistovares. Henrique Albuquerque. Nina Demas, watching at home. João Sanches, he's here somewhere. Marie Lindholm. Sara Vieira. Susana Pezzini. And last but not least, watching us from London, Todd Newell.